You've been busy, and we just have been playing phone tag a good bit because you invited me a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'm in Milwaukee, and then you decided to cut your toe off. So
yeah, I don't think I told the podcast about that yet.
Yeah,
but
it was 4 toes.
I literally cut the toe off. No, I was kidding. That was painful.
Yeah, I can imagine. All I know is my brother-in-law had to be on crutches when he got one removed. He didn't get his toe removed, toenail, but no, I would assume it hurts. I've not experienced it.
I had to get a toenail removed and my big toe on the right side because 8 years ago, one of my friends sat on it with a corner of a chair in Los Arcos in Lincoln Park when I was wearing flip-flops, so it damaged everything. Then it got infected, and then it's just been this 6 years of just...
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's been great. Super grateful for that scenario. So anyway, then ingrown nail, like 2 centimeters deep, cracking my toe in half. So whenever I'd cut playing basketball, I would just like get crippled in pain. And eventually,
it took you about 6 years to say no more?
Well, it took me about a year of toe pain because it's only been about a year that it's actually been hurting. I hate doctors, dude. I'm like, it'll be fine. Like, I'll figure it out. So I'd like pry it up and like soak it in water.
Why is the retention like 30 seconds on this?
People are like, I was interested in YouTube, but this is...
You said this guy talks about YouTube, and you're like, when my toe is in half, I just cranked that bad boy
I need to
up.
tell you guys about my pain.
Right. It's a weird cut at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, we can honestly start the podcast now. We should honestly just be like,
welcome back.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Oh, Dillon, thanks. This is my first time. We've talked about nothing
I'm sorry, everybody, that you had to hear that. There's more to that story. I'll tell you more later. I actually have a comedic sketch I'm working on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's something new. I'm working on.
Are you doing comedy?
Yeah, I'm working on.
Like stand up? Legit?
Yeah,
okay,
legit.
I'm super into that.
Yeah,
I'm not
100%.
funny, but I am interested in funny
people.
Yeah,
so my whole life I've wanted to be a comedian. My whole life, like since I've been.
Am I on a joke right now? You playing with me?
No. I'm dead serious. I'm dead
like, are you doing a joke right now?
You can actually ask my parents. As a kid, I was like, I want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
I just said comedian. I didn't know how to spell or say phonetics.
That should be your name, comedian.
Comedian Dillon.
Comedian Dillon. There you go. I just branded you. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Well, that's what you do.
That's legitimately what I do.
So no, I'm working on a couple of jokes, and I'm working on a whole series of like being a dad and what it's like to be a dad.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I
have. Anyway, when I was getting my nail ripped off of my toe, I because I'm a dad now. As a dad.
Yep.
There's something that happens, and it's that you involuntarily say dad jokes.
Yes.
And you don't mean to.
Nope.
They just happen.
Yep.
Like, you're just like, I don't know why I said that. I'm very sorry. Like, I'm very sorry you had to hear me say that, but I just said that.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there, getting as my nail is getting ripped off of my body, after the numbing, and the doctor, by the way, had the audacity to say, man, this nail is really tough coming off. I'm in immense pain. And you know what comes out of my mouth?
I love this already.
Sorry, doc, but we've grown really attached.
That's
in
good.
the moment, I said
fantastic.
it. And then I was on a roll, bro. I was on a roll.
You just kept going.
I kept going. The whole time I kept going. I was checking out.
It probably got you through it.
I do cope with humor.
Yeah.
I was checking out, and she said that would be $300. I was like, oh, man, such a ripoff. And she's like, we'd like you to review our services. I say, honestly, you guys nailed it.
Nailed it. You should go on Google and write that very review, and it's only toe puns.
So anyway, I have a little comedic sketch about. I think that's pretty funny.
It is.
That's pretty funny.
I'm not giving you fake laughs.
Thank you.
That is very. funny.
I have some adoption.
I
jokes.
also just was thinking, when you mentioned that doctor saying that at the worst time, it's like, what is the worst thing you could probably tell me right now? Is that this is being difficult?
Yeah, you could actually not tell me that.
Right, and I had a situation with my wife where she's giving birth to our third, and the epidural was egregiously late, and not to be TMI. Let's just say we were at this thing's getting out of here in a short amount of time, and she's feeling it all, and that's the whole point of the epidural is that you don't feel
that's
it,
the whole
right?
That's the whole concept.
This schmuck comes in. Okay. Bro, okay, listen, I love you, Candy, but I'm revealing some secrets. And she's in mid-exerting or amplifying that she's in pain, okay?
Right.
She's screaming, okay? Doctor comes in, mid-yell, how you doing today? What do you mean? Like, bro, I get it that doctors, you come in, you got, hey, how you doing today? Oh, doc, I'm not feeling so good. Like, she's literally going, ah! And the doctor's like, how you doing today? I'm like, well, what do you think, doc? You're here about 2 hours late. She's about to shoot a baby out. How do you think we're doing? She doesn't answer. So he's like, I'll come back at a better time. I'm like, no, the time is now, Doc. It's now. It's like, so we get the epidural. It didn't matter because Roan came on out about 30 seconds later. And so we just had noodle legs until we could get to our recovery room. And I was like, are you just so novice in your job that you couldn't think of something better to say, like, hey, yeah, we're a little behind. I'm really sorry about that. The first thing you were like, hey, she's screaming. I wonder how she's doing. I was like, all you do, bro, is meet screaming, bleeding women.
Well, it's 2 plus 2. It's just like, oh, you're screaming. You're probably not doing great.
Right. And it just, so we left a review like, hey, you just have the most socially unaware anesthesiologist
This is
I've
probably
ever met
this
in my
poor
life.
doctor somewhere. He's just like, I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, well, I did not leave a good review. And, I told them we should have to pay for that epidural. And they wrote me a handwritten note, but basically was like, you're still paying for it. But we're sorry. We're going to do better. I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, it's like, don't lie to me.
You won't. Like,
That's
I
a
had the
great
nurse
story.
apologizing to me, so I know I'm not.
That's a great story.
It's a true story.
Yeah, we had a lovely birth story. But
are you saying that sarcastically?
No, I'm like, well, honestly, it was great. Anna ended up not doing an epidural, so she just did the
good
she
for
just
her.
did the thing, and we went to U of M midwifery clinic, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
they're freaking great.
I've done 3 different hospitals, so I've been able to rate experiences. Yeah. It makes a difference because we were in New York, which is you would think would be advanced technology, but New York's like a decade behind.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't think that, believe it or not. For
and
some reason.
we love her, but the chick that delivered our first, literally had nails done up, and she had a bedazzled scrub. Like that was
in New York.
Yep, Staten Island, baby. And that.
Oh
just
yeah,
quality people.
Yeah, well,
now listen, super nice. They're all in, but it was bedazzled scrub with the bedazzled New York Yankees logo with full cat claw nails. That's experience 1. Experience 2 was Greenville, South Carolina, and it was like a cloud. Also our worst child. Love him, but he's just a challenge, as stubborn as I am. And then the third one was the just socially unaware, why not eat?
That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're 4th.
No, there's no 4th.
So your 4th is U of M. Hypothetically speaking, though.
Hypothetically. Actually, we like to go to different states.
Yeah, I will give a shout out to U of M. They were amazing. And